Hey everyone, and welcome to the Deep Dive. We like to go deep on all sorts of topics here, but today we're talking about something that's probably on a lot of your minds,
Yeah,
especially if you're in your late 20s and feeling that travel bug.
for sure.
We're diving deep into budget travel specifically.
Awesome.
We've got a great video we're going to be breaking down today, just packed with tips on everything from finding affordable places to stay
Mm-hmm.
to packing essentials and even making the most of those free attractions.
Yeah, for sure.
Before we get started, though,
Yay.
make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future deep dives.
Yes, definitely.
And speaking of awesome resources,
Oh, yeah.
make sure to check out the links in the description.
Mm-hmm.
You can snag a free travel planning ebook.
Nice.
And there's even info on a brand new online audio course
Wow.
that covers, seriously, like everything about travel planning.
Oh, wow.
From budgeting to booking flights
Yeah.
to packing like a pro. And even finding those hidden local gems.
So cool. Man.
Super comprehensive.
Yeah.
16 modules,
Oh, wow.
each with a 10-question quiz at the end so you can really test your knowledge.
That's awesome.
Really help you level up that travel planning game.
Absolutely.
And any purchase you make through those links help support the channel.
Win-win.
It is a total win-win.
I like it.
Okay, so
Yeah,
the video we're looking at today is amazing.
I agree.
I think it really captures that,
What's that?
like, unique challenge of wanting to travel the world in your late 20s.
Definitely.
You've got that itch to explore,
Yeah.
but you're also starting to juggle those real-life adulting expenses.
Exactly. Those student loan payments.
Yeah, the student loan
Your
payment.
rent chance.
It's like wanderlust versus your bank account.
Right. And the video does a good job, I think,
I think so.
of emphasizing
Mhm.
that the key is really realistic budgeting.
Absolutely.
It's not about creating some fantasy travel budget that you're never going to be able to stick to.
Totally.
It's more about figuring out what you can actually afford.
Yeah.
What are your priorities?
Right.
And maybe where you might need to make some trade-offs
For sure.
or get a little creative with your spending.
And the video even talks about
Yeah,
how your budget is going to look different depending on the type of trip you have in mind.
definitely.
Like backpacking through Southeast Asia
Yeah.
is a
You know,
totally
little-
different beast than like a luxury getaway to Paris.
Totally different budgets.
Yeah.
Totally different experiences.
Totally different experiences.
Yeah.
You really have to have that kind of vision for what kind of experience you want
For sure.
so you can,
So you can.
build the right budget around it.
Absolutely. And speaking of different experiences,
Oh, yes.
the video's accommodation hacks
Oh, my gosh.
are like brilliant.
They are so good.
Have you ever tried couch surfing?
I actually haven't.
Yeah.
But it's so cool. The video makes it sound like
Mhm.
not only a great way to save money,
For sure.
but also like
Yeah.
a really incredible way to immerse yourself in the local culture.
Totally. Like imagine staying with locals,
Right.
getting all their insider tips.
It'd be like having a personal tour guide,
Seriously.
but for free.
And the video also reminded me that hostels
Yes.
aren't just for backpackers anymore.
Right.
Like a lot of them offer private rooms these days.
They do.
So you can still have your own space,
Right.
but you get to enjoy that social atmosphere
Yeah.
and those budget-friendly prices.
Is a really good point.
And then, of course, you've got your Airbnb
Yes.
and vacation rentals,
Mm-hmm.
which sometimes those can offer a more local experience than
Yeah.
a traditional hotel.
For sure. And sometimes they even have a kitchen,
Yeah.
so you can cook some of your own meals.
Save even more money.
Save even more money. Exactly.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got a roof over our heads.
Okay.
Now let's talk about food. Because the video had some amazing food tips.
They did.
I'm talking street food markets.
Mm-hmm.
Those hidden local gems.
Yes.
Big on flavor, but not on price.
I love those.
Oh, they're the best.
Yeah.
The video really encourages
What's a...
seeking out those family-run restaurants.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the ones where
Yeah.
you can really taste those authentic home-cooked meals?
That have been passed down for generations.
Exactly.
The best.
Like experiencing the heart and soul of a place through its food.
It really is.
It really is.
I love that.
And you know those charming little cafes and diners that the locals love?
Yes.
The ones with the daily specials?
Mm-hmm.
And those regional specialties you won't find just anywhere.
The best.
Okay, so bellies are full
Yes. How do we get around?
without spending a fortune.
Yeah.
The video is all about embracing public transportation.
Oh, for sure.
Especially in big cities where those taxis can just drain your budget in a flash.
Yeah, seriously.
And you know what? You get to experience the city
Yeah.
like a local.
Exactly. See all the things you might miss.
See those everyday moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that you wouldn't see otherwise.
And for those longer journeys between cities,
Okay.
you
How
know.
about that?
The video suggests checking out long-distance buses
Okay.
or even trains.
I like trains.
It even mentions apps like Flixbus and Megabus,
Oh, yeah, I love those.
which are known for their budget-friendly fares.
For sure.
So I'm definitely going to be checking those out for my next European adventure.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, when it comes to flights,
Okay. Yeah, flights can be tough.
it can be.
Budget-wise.
Yeah, being flexible with your travel dates could be a game changer.
It really can.
Sometimes shifting your trip by just a few days
Mm-hmm.
can mean the difference between
Yeah.
like a budget-friendly fare and a bank-breaking one. Plus, those flight comparison websites,
Yeah.
they are lifesaving.
Lifesaver.
They do all the hard work of scouring the internet for the best deals.
Seriously, they're the best.
I spend way too much time on those websites.
I feel that.
Speaking of saving money,
Okay.
the video's packing tips are all about traveling light and smart.
Oh, yeah.
What are some of your favorite packing tips?
Well, the video talks about multifunctional clothing.
Yes.
You know those pieces that can go from like a hike to a nice dinner?
Oh, yeah?
And then those travel-sized toiletries
Mhm.
to save space and weight?
Especially
I
if
think-
you're dealing with budget airlines
Oh, for sure.
and their baggage fees.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
It's the worst.
I'm
When they make you pay for every little thing. I know.
I know.
The channel owner also has this great tech tip
Okay, what is it?
about packing a power bank.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It means you're not like frantically searching for an outlet, especially if you're using your phone for navigation
Yeah.
or, all those important travel selfies.
Of course.
Of course.
You gotta get those.
And don't forget
Oh,
to
yeah.
download those offline maps,
Oh, that's a lifesaver.
especially if you don't have an international data plan
For sure.
and you want to avoid those roaming charges.
Yeah, that can add up so quick.
Oh, they can.
And they sneak up on you.
They do.
And then you get home and you're like, oh my gosh, what is this bill?
Exactly.
Now let's talk about having fun without spending a dime.
Okay. Yes, because
This is
you can still have an amazing trip on a budget.
Exactly.
The video is a huge advocate for
Mhm.
free walking tours.
Okay, I love those.
Yeah, they're amazing.
You get to discover a new city,
Mm-hmm.
learn about the history and culture,
Yeah,
and often you just tip what you can afford at the end.
exactly.
It's a fantastic way to just kind of get your bearings
Yeah,
and meet some fellow travelers.
I love those.
I do too. The video also highlights parks and local markets
Mm-hmm.
as free ways to just kind of soak up that local atmosphere.
They're great for people watching.
Oh, the best.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
don't overlook those free museum days.
Oh, that's a good one.
A lot of museums and art galleries,
Mm-hmm.
they offer certain days or evenings with free admission.
Yeah.
That's a great way to kind of get that cultural experience
Yes.
without breaking the bank.
Without breaking the bank.
Except.
Okay, let's talk souvenirs.
Okay.
Yes, because
we all love to bring back a little something
we do.
from our travels.
Yes, but it's easy to get carried away.
It is.
The video wisely suggests
Mm-hmm.
setting a souvenir budget
Yeah,
beforehand to avoid those impulse buys.
exactly. And the video also recommends exploring local markets
Yes.
and street vendors
Mhm.
for more authentic and often cheaper souvenirs.
Yeah.
You can find some real hidden gems there.
I'm all about those unique,
Mm-hmm.
handcrafted treasures
Oh, for sure.
that you wouldn't find in like a generic tourist shop.
Exactly.
Okay,
Right.
let's get real
Okay.
about the financial planning side of travel.
Yes.
Because
It's important to have a plan.
dreams are great,
Mm-hmm.
but we've got to be able to,
You got to fund.
you got to fund those dreams.
Fund those things. Exactly. So the video recommends
Yeah.
setting up a dedicated travel fund,
Oh, yeah.
like giving your wanderlust
Mm,
its own little piggy bank.
I love that.
Even small, regular contributions
Yeah,
can really add up over time,
they do.
especially if
That
you're,
took
thinking
least-
long term.
Exactly.
And speaking of adding up,
Mm.
creating a realistic budget is key.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
Figure out how much you'll need for flights,
yeah,
accommodations,
Yeah.
food.
activities,
Yeah.
and even those little incidentals
Yeah,
that always seem to pop up.
they always do.
They always do.
The channel owner even suggests looking for ways to cut back on those small daily expenses.
Oh, yeah, that daily latte.
The latte.
Or, those little impulse online purchases.
Yeah, it's so easy to
It is.
just click, click.
Click, click, click.
And then,
it's like, where did all my money go?
exactly.
I know.
And it can really add up over time.
It can.
It can. So it's
Yeah.
all about,
Making those conscious choices.
yes.
And prioritizing those travel dreams.
Exactly.
And also, don't underestimate the power of travel rewards credit cards.
Oh, that's a good point.
They can be a great way
Yeah.
to earn points and miles
Yeah.
that can offset the cost of flights,
Yeah.
accommodations.
Okay.
So definitely look into those.
Now let's zoom in on booking those flights.
Okay.
Because
that can be a big one.
that can be a major budget hurdle.
It can.
So the video recommends booking in advance,
Mm-hmm.
but not too far in advance.
Okay.
Something like 6 to 8 weeks before your trip
Mm-hmm.
seems to be that sweet spot.
Okay.
And being flexible with your dates can make a huge difference.
It can.
Sometimes
Mhm.
flying midweek
Yeah.
or during those less popular travel times can often save you a bundle.
Totally.
Plus,
Yeah.
consider flying into a nearby airport.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Even if it's a bit outside the city,
Yeah.
sometimes that little extra effort
Mm-hmm.
can lead to big savings.
For sure.
Now the video even has a
Okay.
little sneaky tip.
Oh, I like sneaky tips.
I do too.
What is it?
Use incognito mode
Okay.
when searching for flights.
Oh, interesting.
Apparently those travel websites can sometimes track your searches
Mm-hmm.
and raise prices
What?
if they see that you're really interested in a particular flight.
Oh, wow. Sneaky.
That is sneaky.
Yeah, I know.
So go incognito.
Go incognito.
Protect your search history.
Exactly.
That's a good one.
Okay, so we've booked our flights.
Okay.
We're ready for takeoff.
Yes. But safety is always a top priority.
Of course. Always.
Right.
Absolutely.
The video emphasizes
Mm-hmm.
the importance of staying aware of your surroundings,
Especially.
especially in unfamiliar places.
Yes, definitely.
Keep your valuables safe.
Mm.
Avoid walking alone at night
Yeah.
in sketchy areas.
Great.
And always trust your gut
Yeah.
instinct.
Yeah, if something feels off,
Yeah,
it probably is.
it probably is.
Right.
And the video recommends
Yeah.
sharing your itinerary with someone you trust back home.
Yeah.
That way,
Mm-hmm.
someone knows where you are
Yeah.
and when you're supposed to be there.
Exactly. Just in case.
Just in case.
Exactly.
A simple step that can provide peace of mind
Okay.
for both you and your loved ones.
And speaking of staying connected,
Yes.
the video also reminds us to make sure we have a working phone
Yes.
and a data plan,
Mm-hmm.
especially for emergencies.
Those local SIM cards
Oh, yeah.
or portable Wi-Fi devices can be real lifesavers,
They can.
especially if you don't have an international data plan.
And, the
Yeah.
video suggests doing a little research on local laws and customs before you go.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's all about
Yeah.
respecting the local culture
Right.
and avoiding any unintentional faux pas
Yeah.
or even trouble.
Trouble. Yeah, that's a good point.
Hmm.
It's always best to be prepared and informed. Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground
We have.
in part one of
we-
this deep dive.
I know it's a lot of information,
It is.
but it's good stuff.
It is.
But hold on tight,
Oh, yes.
because there are even more travel gems waiting for us.
Yes.
In part 2,
Stay tuned.
we'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone.
We're back
for
with
part
some
2 of our deep dive.
deep dive into.
Budget travel in your late 20s.
Yes, we're picking up right where we left off.
With even more amazing tips
With even more amazing tips from that awesome video.
that we've been dissecting.
So good.
Before we jump back in, though,
Okay.
if you're loving this deep dive
Mm-hmm.
and you're finding these tips super helpful,
Yeah.
make sure you subscribe to the channel
Yes.
and hit that notification bell
So you don't miss out.
so you don't miss any future videos.
Definitely.
And of course,
yeah.
don't forget to check out the links in the description.
Mm-hmm.
You can snag a free travel planning ebook.
Nice.
And there's even info on that brand new online audio course,
Oh, yeah.
all about travel planning.
So good.
It covers everything
Everything.
from budgeting to booking flights
Okay.
to packing like a pro to finding the best local experiences.
I love it.
It's a 16-module course.
Wow.
And each module even has a 10-question quiz at the end.
That's so cool.
So you can really test your knowledge
I love that.
and really level up that travel planning game.
Yes.
And of course, any purchase you make through those links helps support the channel.
Win-win.
Total win-win.
Okay, let's get back to the tips.
Okay, back to the tips.
One thing that really stood out to me was the video's advice on health and safety while traveling.
Oh, yeah.
It's so easy to get caught up in the excitement of exploring a new place.
For sure.
But it's so important
Mm-hmm.
to stay vigilant and prioritize your well-being.
Absolutely.
So the video talks about
Okay.
staying hydrated,
Yes.
especially if you're in a hot climate or
Yeah.
doing a lot of walking,
Right.
and packing any necessary medications,
Mm-hmm.
and like a basic first aid kit.
Always a good idea.
What really resonated with me, though, was the emphasis on travel insurance.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
It's one of those things you hope you never have to use,
Right.
but it can be an absolute lifesaver if something unexpected happens.
Totally. Like
A medical emergency,
medical emergency.
lost or stolen passport,
Oh, yeah.
even a canceled flight.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth the peace of mind, especially since there are so many affordable travel insurance options out there these days.
Absolutely.
So definitely look into that.
I always make sure to get travel insurance. Even if I'm just going on like a short trip.
Yeah.
Better safe than
Better
sorry.
safe than sorry.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit
Okay.
and talk about a topic. that
Yeah.
It can sometimes be a little tricky.
Oh, what's that?
Tipping.
Oh, tipping.
Yeah. The video offers some really helpful guidelines for navigating tipping etiquette in different countries.
Oh, yeah.
Because it can vary so much from place to place.
It really can.
You know,
What do they say?
in some cultures, tipping is expected,
Right.
but in others,
Mm-hmm.
it can be considered offensive.
Totally.
So the video suggests doing a bit of research
Mm-hmm.
before you go,
Right.
so you're familiar with the local customs,
Yeah.
and you can avoid any awkward or embarrassing situations.
You don't want to offend anyone.
Exactly.
There are some great websites and apps
Mm-hmm.
that can provide specific tipping guidelines for different countries,
Oh, that's helpful.
which can be super helpful.
I've definitely used those in the past.
Me too.
Speaking of navigating cultural differences,
Oh, yeah.
the video also highlights the importance of learning a few basic phrases
Oh, yeah.
in the local language.
I love that.
Even just simple greetings,
Hmm.
thank yous,
Yeah.
phrases for asking for directions
Yeah.
can go a long way
It really can.
in showing respect for the local culture
Mm.
and just making your interactions with people more
Yeah.
enjoyable.
More enjoyable.
Plus, it's just plain fun
Oh, it's so fun.
to try out a new language.
Love it.
I always try to learn at least a few basic phrases
Good for you.
before I travel somewhere new.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how much of a difference it can make.
It does.
You know,
How are you perceived?
how you're perceived, how people interact with you.
Yeah, it shows you're making an effort,
Exactly. It shows that you're making an effort.
which is always appreciated.
Always appreciated.
Speaking of making an effort,
Yes.
the video also talks about the importance of sustainable travel.
Okay. Yes. This is important.
You know, being mindful of our impact
Mm-hmm.
on the environment
Right.
and the communities we visit.
Absolutely.
This is such an important topic, and I'm glad the video addresses it.
Me too.
It's all about making choices
Mm-hmm.
that minimize our environmental footprint,
Yeah,
supporting local businesses and communities,
for sure.
and being respectful of the cultures and traditions we encounter.
Right.
It's about leaving a positive impact, not a negative one.
Exactly.
So there are lots of small things we can do
Mm-hmm.
to travel more sustainably.
What are some of the things that you do?
Well, like packing a reusable water bottle
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
and shopping bags,
Mhm.
choosing eco-friendly accommodations,
Yeah.
tour operators,
Uh-huh.
opting for public transportation,
Yeah.
or walking instead of taxis whenever possible.
Absolutely. Every little bit helps.
It does.
And it's not just about protecting the environment.
Right.
It's also about supporting local economies and communities.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, choosing to eat at locally owned restaurants,
Yes.
buying souvenirs from local artisans,
Mm-hmm.
staying in guest houses or homestays
Right.
instead of big chain hotels
Yeah.
can all make a real difference
Mhm.
in the lives of the people who live in the places we visit.
It's all about being a conscious traveler
Yes.
and making choices that benefit both the planet
Right.
and the people who call it home.
I love that.
Okay, let's switch gears again
All right.
and talk about a topic that's near and dear to my heart.
Oh, what's that?
Photography.
Oh, photography.
I love taking pictures when I travel.
Me too. It's the best way.
It is.
To capture those memories.
Capture those memories.
Exactly.
So the video has some great tips for capturing those amazing travel memories
Mm.
without breaking the bank
Yeah.
on expensive camera equipment.
Right. Because these days,
Most of us have a pretty amazing camera right in our pocket.
Our smartphones.
Our smartphones, exactly.
so true.
So the video encourages us
Yeah.
to get creative with our smartphone cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Experiment with different angles compositions.
Yeah.
Lighting.
Mm-hmm.
Capture those truly unique and memorable shots.
I love playing around with all the different settings and filters.
Me too. And there are so many great photo editing apps available.
There's so many.
That can really help you.
Enhance those photos.
Enhance your photos.
Yes.
Create stunning visuals to share with friends and family.
Love it.
And the video also emphasizes the importance of capturing those candid moments.
Yes.
You know, the little interactions, unexpected experiences that really make a trip special.
Yeah, it's not just about getting those perfect postcard shots.
Exactly. It's about telling the story of your journey.
Exactly.
And those are often the photos.
That we cherish the most.
For sure.
The ones that evoke those special memories.
Yes.
Transport us back
to
those moments.
We've talked about a lot of practical tips.
We have.
But let's not forget about the most important part of travel.
Oh, what's that?
Embracing the unexpected.
Oh, yes.
The video reminds us that travel is all about
It's about
stepping outside of our comfort zones.
Yes.
Trying new things. Being open to new experiences.
And you know what it's about.
What's that?
Embracing those unexpected detours.
Oh, yeah.
The serendipitous encounters and the moments that don't go quite according to plan.
Right, because those are often
Those are the moments.
the moments that make the best stories.
They really are.
I've had so many amazing travel experiences that I never could have planned for.
Yeah. Tell me about one.
Oh, gosh, like
Yeah.
spontaneous hikes with new friends.
Oh, fun.
Stumbling upon hidden local gems that weren't in any guidebook.
Those are the best.
It's those moments of serendipity that really make a trip unforgettable.
I agree.
So
Yeah.
what have we learned?
What have we learned?
Travel is all about
It's all about
expanding our horizons,
Yes.
challenging our perspectives, and creating memories that will last a lifetime.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
We've covered a lot of ground in part 2 of this deep dive,
We have.
but there's still more to come.
I know.
Stay tuned for part 3,
Yes.
where we'll wrap things up with some final thoughts
Okay.
and leave you with some inspiration to fuel your next adventure.
I can't wait.
We'll be right back.
Are you ready for those last few
I am.
nuggets of wisdom
Hit me with it.
from that awesome video?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Wrap things up.
Let's wrap things up with some actionable advice and some inspiration
Yes.
to get you planning your next adventure.
I like it. One thing that really stuck with me
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
the video's emphasis on solo travel.
Solo travel, yeah.
I know it can seem daunting,
It can,
especially if you've never done it before,
especially.
but the channel owner
Yeah.
makes a really compelling case for why it can be such a transformative experience.
It can be.
And can actually be quite budget friendly.
It can be.
Because
yeah, why is that?
You have complete control
Mm-hmm.
over your itinerary,
Yeah.
your pace,
Right.
and of course your spending.
You're not having to compromise.
Exactly. Plus, you might be more open to
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
connecting with locals
Mm-hmm.
and other travelers
Yes,
when you're flying solo.
for sure.
Have you ever traveled solo?
I have.
What was that like?
It is so liberating.
Really?
Like, there's a sense of accomplishment
Mm.
that comes with navigating a new place on your own.
Yeah.
You learn to trust your instincts.
Yeah.
You problem solve on the fly. And you embrace those unexpected twists and turns that make travel so exciting.
Absolutely.
It's a good time.
Okay, another tip that I really liked
Okay, what's that?
was the video's advice on haggling,
Haggling.
especially
Yeah.
when shopping in markets
Oh, yeah.
or dealing with local vendors.
Mm-hmm.
It's a skill
It is a skill.
that can feel a bit intimidating
It can.
first,
Yeah, especially if you're not used to it.
right? But the video makes it seem
A little less scary.
a little less scary.
Yeah.
The channel owner offers some great tips
Mm-hmm.
on how to approach haggling respectfully and effectively.
Right.
It's all about
That's a dance.
finding that sweet spot
Yeah.
where both you and the seller
Mm-hmm.
feel good about the deal.
Exactly.
A dance that can save you
Oh,
some
yeah.
serious cash,
Especially
especially when you're hunting for those
Yeah. Mhm.
unique souvenirs and local crafts.
Absolutely.
Speaking of souvenirs,
Okay.
the video had a really interesting suggestion.
Oh, what was that?
Think beyond
Okay.
those typical trinkets
Right.
and consider bringing home experiences instead.
Oh, I love that.
I love that too.
Yeah.
Investing in
What kind of experiences?
the local cooking class
Fun.
a craft workshop, or even a guided tour led by a local expert.
Yeah, those are great.
It creates lasting memories,
They do.
and it often supports
Mm-hmm.
local businesses and communities
Yeah.
directly.
Directly.
It's about taking a piece of that culture home with you,
Yes.
not just a physical object.
I love that.
Those experiences become part of your travel story,
They do.
something you can share and cherish
Exactly.
long after the trip is over.
So true.
Okay, as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
I wanted to touch on one final point
All right.
that resonated with me.
What is it?
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
The video reminds us to appreciate
Yeah.
the incredible opportunity we have to experience the world.
You do. It's so easy to forget.
It is.
To just be grateful for the fact that we get to travel.
And to be present
Yes.
in those moments.
To soak it all in.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
it's so easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of travel.
The planning, the packing,
The planning, the packing.
the navigating,
the navigating.
that we sometimes forget
do.
to pause and simply soak it all in.
Exactly.
So the video encourages us to cultivate that sense of wonder and appreciation for every moment. Whether it's a breathtaking view, a delicious meal, a heartwarming interaction with a local.
I love those.
It's those little moments of joy and connection that truly make a trip special.
They do.
And that gratitude, that sense of awe and appreciation stays with you long after you return home.
Beautifully said.
And with that,
Okay.
I think we've reached the end
of
our deep dive
into
into budget travel in your late 20s.
I feel like we've learned a lot.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We did.
From practical tips for saving money to strategies for embracing the unexpected
Yes.
and cultivating that all-important
Very important.
sense of gratitude.
Yes.
Don't forget to check out the links in the description
Yes.
for those bonus resources we mentioned.
So many good resources.
We hope you feel inspired
I do.
and equipped to plan your next adventure.
Me too.
And remember,
Okay.
travel doesn't have to be expensive to be meaningful.
Absolutely.
With a little creativity, flexibility,
Yes.
and that adventurous spirit,
You got it.
you can create unforgettable travel experiences,
You can.
no matter your budget.
I agree.
Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive.
It's been fun.
We'll see you next time
All right.
for another deep dive into a topic that matters to you.
Yay.